on to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the bluegrass state, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Dukes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Louisville's offense will have the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Scanning the field, it's Moss. Grab near the sticks, it's Lacey. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Wants to throw again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. So the James Madison Dukes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got room to work. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man, it's Moss. Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Louisville. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Sluka. Pulls it in, it's Alston. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jeff. Time to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sluka. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Touchdown, James Madison. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Brown has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Lacey. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The Cardinals are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Moss. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes. Inside the 30. Inside. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dukes.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Turning it on! And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dropping back, it's Sluka. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Give to Brown. There he goes. Picks up the first down. He's at the 40. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. They'll go to the air. He's got it for the two.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Sluka. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Lacey.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Quick completion on the out route. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Yeah, and you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Makes the grab, it's Lacey. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Brown has it. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They march 78 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw, it's Sluka. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Alston. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Dukes are in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Kyle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
The Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Alston. At the 40, there he goes. All out of space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dukes. They take the lead with the 6.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisville!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. To throw, it's Sluka. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Dukes send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Finds his man, it's Stewart. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The give out of the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sluka. Blasted as he lets it go. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there, they're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Fires to the tight end. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Alston. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle with Sanchez.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Dukes are on the move. Hand off from the shotgun. Got the 1st down and more. Spins away from 1. Breaks into the open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. Oh, and he got a hand on it, it's blocked. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs.
And that's huge, not getting that field goal there, because if they made it, this would just be a one-possession game. And they'd be feeling a lot better about themselves right here in the second half. Obviously, still time to go. Game's not over, but the sense of urgency now has gone way up.
That's caught. It's Lacey.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finds some fresh air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Fit it in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, they block it. He's got it, and he can go with it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Sluka. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And the Dukes will keep this drive going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. Finds the tight end.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Takes the easy completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Dukes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looking to throw, it's Sluka. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, James Madison! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He's looking to throw. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Sluka. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Grabbed over the middle. It's Alston. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. from the gun. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He'll set up to throw. And he's got it for a touchdown in the final minute. We're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Yeah, and I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.